Morning students. I want to have a quick chat to you today about the project we're going to do in Thursday Pastoral Care for the next few weeks. A little bit of a challenge, a competition around the theme of the negativity of the media. And by the media we're talking about TV, radio, newspapers and news websites. And their tendency to promote negative rather than positive stories, which leads in a lot of cases to people having a more negative perception of the world than they need to. So here's the task we're going to do over the next few weeks. Each pastoral care class is going to split into a junior and senior division. The two divisions are going to work independently, and the prize for each division is a pizza party for the whole class, 8 Domino's pizzas. So 2 of the 12 classes are going to win a pizza prize. The only restriction is that one pastoral care class can't win both. And what we're aiming at, where we're going to get to, is to create an A3 poster using your computer that provides an interesting example of the negativity of media. TV, radio, newspapers, media websites like news.com.au. So that's what we're working on. And you can use whatever program on your computer to make the poster so long as we can print it out at the end of the time. There are 3 criteria that we're going to judge each of the senior and junior posters on. The first is originality. So you've got to find some original examples of media negativity. You can't just copy something from somewhere else. It's got to be an easy to understand and creatively presented poster, and it's got to clearly illustrate the negativity of the media. Your pastoral care teacher is going to help you explain the challenge if you don't quite understand it and can help you in any computer problems, but that's it. Other than that, it's going to be you working with your peers in your group. I don't think this is an easy task. I think it's going to be challenging, so I really encourage students to think about persisting. Don't give up and see if you can be one of the groups that wins a pizza prize for your pastoral care class. So thoughts on where you might start, because we've started with a really big topic. Maybe you could look at the ratio of negative and positive media stories, categorising them into negative, neutral and positive. You could look at specific negative stories and find examples perhaps of exaggeration or where they've only reported one side of a story. You could look for positive stories that you think should have been reported and see if they were. For example, stories about positive health innovations, reducing crime rates or the decrease in the road toll in Queensland over time. You could look at negative themes, how they are reported. Overhyped media stories, perhaps terrorism or the role of youth crime. You look at the role of clickbait, which are sensational headlines that don't always match the story, and the way they help overhype stories and media headlines. A couple of resources that might be of interest, not brilliant, but might be of interest. The first is a US-based website. You might want to look in there, and they talk specifically about different ideas behind media bias. So you might have a look at that and see if that gives you some ideas. They look at some specific stories. Or you might look at abc.net.au where they look at their fact check website, which looks at claims made in media stories and whether they're true or untrue. You might get some ideas from that. You've got 3 pastoral care lessons to go through the project. So wish you all the best. I hope you have an interesting time. You're dealing with something different. Something's important. The way we think about how the media influences us is a really important thing. So I hope you find some interest in what you do and you can work as a group to create something really interesting over the 3 pastoral care classes and perhaps most importantly, win one of those pizza prizes.